Ollis had it. He got tackled. Again, they continue to work. Picked up by Smith. He's tackled. Was high.
No.
The umpire said, holding the ball.
Yeah, I reckon he swung his head back, Tommy. I think he was trying to milk it. I didn't think it was high.
So Smith is going to go. The handball goes off there, and O'Brien Henderson got the handball out, and they worked the ball back to the middle of the ground.
That's danger too.
Zimmer has it. Goes over the top. Good play out there, Simons. I'm not too sure where he was looking for. Maybe for the coach's box. There was plenty of numbers sitting in there. Semi-low will be the first to arrive, but unfortunately it will go over the boundary line, and the umpire's called deliberate.
And you know what?
Insufficient attention.
And you know what? He just belted it out there with no one there. The way the game is today, I don't like it, but I would have paid it. There you go. Good umpire.
So Lukey Parker now brings the ball back into the centre half forward position. Desnoy couldn't take the mark. George did nicely. Got the handball to Riccardi. Not clean hands this time. Ball comes out the back into the hands of Ollis. Through the middle they run. They keep the ball outside from McLean. Was dangerous again. O'Brien Henderson has the ball. Knew where his options were further down the field. Minari has it. He's also struggling to pick the ball up. He's tackled but got rid of the ball. Goes towards Steele. He traps the ball one hand. In and out of trouble. Handball goes outside. Too far outside over the boundary line. And it's going to be thrown back in. So at 6.5 minutes into the last quarter, it is North Geelong 8-8 leading East Geelong 7-7.
I reckon their strategy, do you know how Beardsall, how dangerous he's running on the back line? They've nabbed him every time.
Ball's back in now. Ruckman go at it over the top from Lovell, and then McIntyre sends East Geelong inside 450. Here comes Ezard over the top now. Still an opportunity for East Geelong. Good kick out from North Geelong though now, and now they got Sobey mucks up, and then a little kick over the top from McIntyre finds Beardsall. So Beardsall, then a handball over the top. They're going to go inside 50. Here's their opportunity. Ezard, no, 1-2 bites of the cherries. Then let's give it the opportunity. They got a couple of options there. No, still don't have the ball. And then handball out. It's an up and under kick. Mulville's under it. And great mark from Desnoy coming back with a flight. He looks further afield. So he's just going to go in the path of Habib. Habib with a one-on-one with McIntyre. Ball gets over the back now. It's a foot race with Parker. Parker grabs the ball, kicks it as a one-out. Fazio in the square. Gets over the top now. Kicks it out, and this could work out for East Geelong if the player could get there in O'Brien Henderson, although they've got a bad bounce. So now Habib goes to Parker, and it's a good kick.
He's bloody got it in his hands. He's been off target. He hasn't kicked the ball as well as he used to today, actually, Lukey. So here's his chance to show everybody what he can do with the footy in hand.
It's great vision. So
I reckon there was more luck than anything in that one, but you take it when you're going well. Take that.
If you kick it in the direction you're supposed to kick it in, you deserve the luck.
So Parker from right on the 50s. Definitely got the journeys. He got the accuracy. I think he has. It's the goal that North Geelong wanted.
Oh,
there's some controversy on the line here.
I think the umpire's not too sure. The umpire's having his too, Bob.
He's going to pay a point.
No, it's a behind. So East Geelong aren't going to muck around. They're going to go quickly here to Beardsall. Beardsall's going to run down the line and look towards the wing. Tries to get a bit fancy and then goes an up and under kick. Well set is Cleary, although Steele couldn't quite get over the top. Now McIntyre in and under as he always is. Cleary's still there. There's Steele again. He's going in hard. Habib, he sits on the ball. He's probably happy to see a stoppage, and he does. So 49-55. We have 9 minutes 15 gone in this last quarter, brought to you by Morris Finance.
Ball on centre wing, and again, this time it's on our side of the ground from where we sit. Tap down there, but it's one ruckman to the other, and Pask puts the ball back into their half-forward line. Parker, good body use again on Dixon, and his time he is about 10 metres closer. And I would think this time he will make the correction he needs. So Lukey Parker, 4 behinds for the afternoon. Boots on the wrong feet, but a chance to make amends right here. So Luke Parker to kick from right on about the 50-metre line. As I said, Spree's still behind him. He steps in now, kicks that goal.
He's missed that one too.
He's hung that out to the right-hand side once again, or left-hand side. So he had 5 behinds, and North Geelong now are 8 goals 10. East Geelong on 7-7. Ball brought back in quickly there, and it was taken in by McLean. They play on to Lee. He chips over the top. Missed low. Coming through now, Desnoy. Didn't take possession of it. Was tackled with the ball. Umpire says Oh, there's a hold.
Oh, I think she might have got that one wrong.
So Desnoy is now going to be the recipient of a kick.
I think he had the ball when he was tackled and then lost it. They kept on with the tackle. Maybe that's what he believes happened. But
I'm not too sure of his kicking ability.
Well, he's a good kick.
So we'll say that he's within range. He looks confident himself. He's gone back on the big run up. So Rory Desnoy has been good this afternoon. Chance to put his first goal on the board this afternoon. Comes in, kicks that goal. He's got plenty of height. Has he got the carry? He's going to land in the goal square, and Sobey will help it on its way through for a minor score. So 8-11 now to North Geelong, 7-7 East Geelong, 11 minutes gone. Morris Finance, final quarter scoreboard.
Beardsall to take the kick in, goes straight up the guts. Finds Mulville. He goes short, over the head of his player. McDonald coming back the other way now. Ball in dispute. There's about 1v4 here in the favour of East Geelong. But it was very well done by the North Geelong player in Sammy Reynolds. And he creates a stoppage. So stoppage just in front of us in the broadcast position here. Ball's up again. Sobey and Pask. Passes through, Sobey out of the way. And then coming through, handball back. Good tackle from Beard, so he's not going to let that out. Or now does. So McDonald, can he find someone inside 450? It's in the path of Habib. He can't quite get there. Still an opportunity for North Geelong. Ball's in dispute. McDonald gets caught. How's the umpire going to see it? He's going to say no prior opportunity. So we'll have a stoppage 50 metres out from North Geelong's goal. Ball up straight away again here. There's not in the ruck on that occasion. Now handball wide to McLean. And then coming back the other way, Fazio. He did really well there. Can he find a target inside the forward 50? He can! What a kick. Swinging around the body and finds Desnoy. And he's going to have a shot from 45 metres on a slight angle.
Well, this is a tougher kick, so maybe he might show us that he can kick it. Have a look at the people in the rooms.
Yeah, I just noticed that then when you said
it's packed in there. That's great to see at local footy.
Good plot to be too.
Yeah, it is.
Here comes Rory Desnoy to kick their 9th goal.
He's missed that one
always
too.
to the near side, and it's out of bounds on the full.
Well, they're keeping him in it. But I just can't see he's taking it up the other end and kicking a goal.
So Beardsall wants to go quickly now. He does. Gets the 1-2. That's the run they need. He might get it again here. No, he doesn't. They're going to go. They've brought the ball up all the way.
Hang on, there's a whistle. There's a whistle.
They brought it up to centre wing, but there's been a whistle, so we're going to bring the ball back. It might have been out of bounds. I think it will be a boundary throw-in. So boundary throw-in just on the attacking 50 of North Geelong.
Wow.
So ball in front of the club rooms here out to East Geelong. As I said, the ball will be thrown back in. Ruckman go at it, pass front position and taps the ball back now. Ground level. Desnoy sits over it, got the handball outside. He did that nice pass on the boot, goes into their forward line coming through, and McLean attacked the ball, couldn't take clean possession of it. Fazio grabs it, just needs to finish, picks up, snaps, and I think he has. And that is Damien Fazio. He's got his first goal of the afternoon. The 9th now for North Geelong. They move to 9-11. 7-7 to East Geelong. 40 minutes gone. Morris Finance final quarter scoreboard.
They just didn't push back hard enough, East, and there was too many North Geelong players there. Once Fazio gets the ball there, he's going to kick a goal. I'm going to say something incredibly stupid against what I've been saying all day today. But I think now, if the ball comes out of defence from East, they've got to come to this side now because it's easier to kick goals from this side. They can't afford to get it logged up down there on the other side. So I think they've got to come to the attacking side at North Geelong. But I just don't think they've got it in them to kick a goal against the wind or 2 or 3 now.
Take some risk.
Yeah, I think they're gone.
Yep, so the ball now thrown back up. Pass does the ruck work. Back to Fazio. Handballs outside to Desnoy. Goes outside. Smith gets boot to ball. Goes quickly into their forward line. Parker can't see the ball for the Sun. Ball gets out the back though. Goes out the back. Picked up Simons on the right boot. Delivers the ball back outside 50. Numbers are with East Geelong, but Smith did that nicely. Went back inside to Parker. Handballs off to Fazio again. Off a step. Long towards goal. And mark! And it has been taken as it just inside the field of play.
I reckon so. I reckon so. I think
Mitch Habib has taken the mark. And he's got a great opportunity here for his third goal of the afternoon.
Do you check side or run around on the left?
Well,
Here you go, the old banana, I would think.
the what?
Banana. Haven't had a banana.
No, we haven't.
So Mitchell Bibb, he's probably gone back too far for my likings. I reckon you don't need to go back that far. A couple of steps around the body. He moves in now. Does the banana. Don't think he connected with that too well. And it's gone through for a minor score by the indication from the umpire. So 2-2 to Mitchell Bibb and 9-12 now to North Geelong, 7-7 East Geelong. And we have gone over 15 and a half minutes. Morris Finance final quarter.
Sometimes it's really handy for these right footers if they are good left foot kicks.
Yep.
Practice. Because left foot there, it's a goal. But he obviously didn't have the confidence to kick it on his left.
So Jake McLean will be to return the ball for East Geelong.
You should have seen me if I took it there. Kicked it in for goal. I'd have kicked it on my left. And it wouldn't have made the distance from 4 metres out.
So McLean
They
comes
are
out this side and he's kicked it out of bounds on the full.
Well, I did say they probably try and do that, but if you're going to come out this side, you've got to be precision
be
perfect,
pinpoint
otherwise you're going to
perfect.
be in some sort of bother.
So who wants to take the kick here? It looks like Riccardi. He had a shot from here early in the game and it's about 45 out. I don't think...
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Arch. What he does now is take his 30 seconds and have a shot.
Well, he's put it to the top of the square now. Someone going to fly, coming back the other way, and no, the ball has gone over the boundary line, so we'll have a ball in 15 metres out from North Geelong's goal. Was he giving him his 15 seconds there?
Well,
he did the 30 because he didn't get it earlier.
No, but he just didn't take it.
Yeah,
But he probably should have. Although at 67 to 49, she's over, I think.
Ball back in now. A lot of players around the football. In and under is Vaughan, trying to get the ball out. The umpire has paid ball, so it's going to go the way of East Geelong. They're going to go quickly now. On the outside is McIntyre. Straight down the throat of a North Geelong defender, and he goes chip short. Umpire says play on. The mark was dropped. Now East Geelong have gone out really wide, and again it might be cut off. So there's Habib. He gets the handball back now to Schwenneson. Schwenneson goes forward. Can they take a mark here? North Geelong, no they can't, but they go through the middle. Now they've got players streaming everywhere. They can get a handball out. There's Jewel involved as well.
All right.
Umpire said you've thrown it, so it's going to go the way of East Geelong.
Hands were too quick there.
Yeah, crow throw.
So East Geelong, we've got to start rolling the dice here. That was McLean. He goes out wide, and it's another not a great kick. Didn't give his teammate the benefit, and it was Lowndes who saw the ball over the boundary line. So I have a ball in centre wing, far side of the ground. Ball back in now. Habib's in the ruck for the time being. And so then here's going North Geelong inside 450 again, although they've kicked it straight down the throat of Dixon. So Dixon, he's going to go to the commentary side of the ground now. He does. Good mark from Smith. They're going to pay the man in front, so it's going to go the way of Zimmer. Zimmer from East Geelong gets the ball further on to Minari. Minari now is going to send East Geelong inside the 450. They've got to take a mark here, and they don't. It's a good mark in defence taken by Sammy Reynolds. So now North Geelong are going to go quickly. They're going to go out the far side. Desnoy's got some room to run. He's going to take a bounce, maybe 2 bounces, then go try and chip it up. Oh, it was really good body work there by Vaughan. He's got a couple of plays streaming inside 50. The kick wasn't the best, and Monaghan takes the mark.
Bit slow through the air, that kick coming out, but it's okay. Ends up in the hands of Mulville. Got his brother outside on the boundary line if he wants to use him, but now not much movement further down the field. He's got to look at some options. He's going to be dangerous, goes into the middle of the ground. Missed the target, out the back. Henderson had it. He was tackled and brought to ground. Umpire said he had no prior opportunity there, so it's going to go back to the umpire.
Inverleigh 80, Bannockburn 47, Belpo still 29, Werribee 55.
So the ball now thrown up from that contest, pass again from that ruck contest, goes into their forward line and has a bit too much carry on it. It runs over the boundary line and will be thrown back in. About 30 around from the goal square. So another opportunity here for North Geelong. They throw the ball back in. Sobey's got the position. Ball goes to the front. Ends up, well, I thought it was going to Dixon, but it's Lowe that has it in the end. O'Brien Henderson picks the ball up and he goes out wide. Zimmer runs into it. Ball got a bad bounce, but he goes back and collects it. Over to Lowe. Lowe's handball was intercepted there, or partially intercepted. Back inside Ollis. Back outside to McIntyre. They run outside to Steele now. Looks up. Look at his options. Short. Again, kick was good. Minyari takes the mark. He can't muck around. He's got not too many options further up the field. Goes inside. He gets the ball back with the 1-2. Being chased down from behind. A little bit of pace. Gets away. Long kick forward. Will it work for them? Ball gets out the back. Picked up. And it will be kicked through. So there's life still as Jude Payne kicks his third goal of the afternoon. 8-7 now, East Geelong. 9-12 to the North Geelong side. 21 minutes gone. Morris Finance, final quarter.
Well, that's their first goal against the wind, I think, today, isn't it? From what, what I can recall. And
they spot on, Grub.
Just brings them back within a couple of goals. But to kick one in 3.5 quarters of football and then ask them to kick another 2 or 3 to win the game is probably a big ask. But I will say something. As they brought the ball down there from coast to coast, North Geelong boys looked a little bit tired in chasing them. And maybe there's a chance they can kick another couple if that's the case, if they have tired. But they're still in the box seat, the Maggies.
So, Sobey and Pask in the middle now. Ball's up again. Sobey gets it down. Here's an opportunity for McIntyre. They need to kick another one quickly here, East. Get it forward to Lemper. Lemper trying to get his hands free. He can't quite now. He's got a teammate out in the wing if he can get to him.
What are they going to do here?
Come off his foot. He didn't try to kick it out there, and the umpire's
good girl.
Good umpiring and said, I'll throw it in. So far side of the ground.
That's a great decision.
No, absolutely.
No, because I know he kicked it off the ground out there, but as I say, it's off the ground. You've got no control. Good girl.
Ball in. Far side of the ground, centre wing. Comes into the middle of the ground now. Neither team have possession of the ball. Coming through to try and collect the ball was Zimmer. He couldn't quite, and then McIntyre got it out, although he handballed to a teammate who was tackled instantaneously. So we'll have another stoppage in the middle of the ground.
I think it might have been Monaghan, because I was going to say Monaghan. It hasn't been bad, Monaghan.
Good, yeah. So Sobey in the ruck now again. Gets it out. That was Schwenneson. He got it out. Now Habib's running at the ball. He might take this mark. He does. He just fumbles it at the last moment. Comes back out to McLean now. McLean over the top. Was that in the back? Umpire says play on.
And now ball it up.
Now holding the ball. So it's going to be an opportunity for North Geelong here to go inside forward 50. Players running forward. We go long down that line. It's 1-on-4. Never really gave the teammate a chance, and the ball runs out of bounds. So I'll have a ball in 40 metres out from the North Geelong goal. Wait for the umpire to get the ball. Habib in the ruck for the time being against Sobey. Has the ball in now. Habib gets it down. And then a tackle straight away. So it's going to be another stoppage here. 35 or 40 metres out from North Geelong's goal. Up again now. Sobey down. Habib nearly won that tap. And tackled again. And North Geelong are more than happy to play this style of football at this stage in the game. Just to milk the clock as much as possible. Up again now. Ball down. Sobey gets it, trying to get it forward was East Geelong, and that was smothered, and then another tackle, and we'll have another stoppage here. So 8-7, 55 to 9-12, 66. 24 minutes gone. The last quarter brought to you by Morris Finance. So
ball up, similar position. Sobey brings the ball down into the hands of McIntyre. Eludes one, left boot.
I don't like much of that in the wind.
Got hold of it, and the ball has gone over the boundary line. McDonald, no, he's not going to be the recipient. It's going to be taken out there on the far side by George, and he's going to deliver the ball in towards where it's dangerous. So out the back, Lee puts the ball back to ground, picked up by Semi-Low, handballs over the top. McIntyre outside again, kick comes back inside. McDonald, first to arrive at it, needs to get the ball out now because he jumped on top of it. Ball's not coming out, but umpire says he maybe didn't have enough opportunity to do so. And it will be a ball up in between centre wing, half forward line. Still North Geelong doing all the attacking out there. Ball from that contest. Pask had it, and umpire said he didn't get rid of it correctly. Free kick is going to go to Mulville. So he's now needs to keep things moving. He's got some options short. sees pain but goes a little bit longer. Zach Swinnerson read that nicely, but Zimmer went in and got the ball. O'Brien Henderson goes the ball back towards Sobey. He looks up. The big ruckman goes long. That's a nice looking kick. Oh, I tell you what, that was a fair jump at the ball. Was that Steele? It was. Now he's off. He's running. Lost possession of it. Kicked it along the ground. Got support now. Osbrook gets the handball back outside. They've got some numbers forward of the ball, but they need to get it out. Unfortunately, North Geelong have worked hard, got back, and held things up. And the ball is now about 40 metres out from the East Geelong goal. We've gone almost 26 minutes. Morris Finance final quarter.
That was going to be a goal, Smithy.
Yeah, 8-7 East Geelong. And 9-12 to North Geelong.
Ball back down now, over on the ruck. Is the team really winning possession? It's going to be another stoppage here. And what a fly that was from Steele.
Another goal here would make things interesting.
Well, another goal here and we could have a draw.
Good.
They haven't got time to kick 2-1, have they?
Ball's back up now, close against the boundary line. Right up against it. Zach Swinnerson grabs the ball and then's happy to see it over. So we'll have another ball in, probably 45 metres out from East Geelong's goal.
Someone's hobbling a bit down there. Didn't quite pick him up.
Ball in again now.
Could be George.
Melville trying to get through now. The handball. Here's an opportunity for East Geelong. They've got to kick a goal here. They've got the handball up. They're trying to parry the ball forward as much as possible. Now they've got to have a clearing kick, but it's all East Geelong behind the ball. Sophie's got everything to do. Oh, he's dropped the mark, though. And then Habib's laid a really nice tackle.
Did that nicely.
Oh, he did that very well, Habib. And he's created the stoppage. He might have got his sun in his eyes.
Not many players forward to the centre, either.
No.
Ball up again here. Sophie back behind his head in the path of Payne. Payne couldn't quite gather the ball. And now kicked towards the middle of the ground. And Monaghan, he's had not a bad game. He tries to get the handball. It wasn't the best because it was a good tackle coming the other way from Oscar Riccardi. Now North Geelong win the ball. It was an Aaron handball trying to get to Schwennerson and then back into Jewel. Jewel trying to find Riccardi. He might do something special here. Here's Oscar Riccardi. He might handball over the top. He does. This is Habib. He's going to take a bounce. He might take another
She's all over.
He's going to kick a goal.
Bang!
Game to darts. 8-7, 55 to 10, 12, 72 on the fourth quarter scoreboard, brought to you by Morris Finance.
Well, they just opened it up, didn't they? I think East Geelong were looking forward. They went down there. You just said a minute ago, Smithy, there is nobody in the back half, and all of a sudden there were a couple of North Geelong players on one East. Beautiful play by Riccardi. And I'll tell you what, Mitch Habib, he didn't worry about the wind and that. He just bounced it, and ran to a spot where he could not miss it. And that's the end of the game. That there's no chance that the Mighty East can come back from that. But it's been a good game to watch. It has. Actually, North Geelong have been fantastic.
Yeah, no, you give them credit where it's due, and they've been applying the pressure all day. East Geelong, Sobey from the middle of the ground, still working hard. He can't get the ball out. Umpire will come in. They haven't got much time now, East Geelong. We've ticked over 28 minutes. Ball from the ruck contest comes out into the hands of McIntyre. Boots it into the half-forward line. Zach Swetterson going back. Didn't complete the mark. Picked up by Paramanov. He was tackled. Ball comes out. Umpire said that's incorrect disposal. Free kick is going to go to Ezard. Ezard goes into Mulville. Mulville, Austin goes long into the forward line. Steele, mark required. Out the back, Beardswell had a good jump at the ball, picked up by Reynolds. He's been also good back there. Handball comes back inside. Miss Lemper. He can't take clean possession of it. They're still working hard. Ball through the middle of the ground, picked up by Fazio. Long kick out. Races on again. Lee in space, all by himself. Plenty of time. Looks up, goes back inside. Went towards the big ruckman Sobey. Set him a task. At ground level, it's picked up. And the siren has sounded. As Bertucci was going to clear away again. It'll be North Geelong running out 10-12-72 to 8-7-55. And goal kickers for the day, we have seen Jude Payne for East Geelong kick 3, 2 each to Steele. I think they were both in the first quarter. McIntyre, 1 to Ezzo. And for North Geelong, 3 to Cooper Vaughan, 3 to Mitch Bibb, and 1 each to John Fazio. Well, both Fazio boys got one, Riccardi and Bertucci.
Hang on. Is that the great Matty Jones walking over there? I think it is.
And take a short break, come back. We'll get scores from around the other two games here this afternoon. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football. Welcome back. As we said, game is over here, or actually game over in all three venues, and it's North Geelong 10-12-72, running out winners over East Geelong 8-7-55. The other two games saw Inverleigh 12-9-81, defeated Bannockburn 9-5-59, and Bellpost Hill 3-13-31. Have been defeated by the Werribee Central side 8-14-62.
Boys from Werribee.
So that makes Grubby happy for a little while anyway. So it's going to make things a little bit different. But with the way that's now turned out, we have Belmont Lions 44, East Geelong, North Geelong on 40, Thompson on 36, Bellpost Hill 32, Inverleigh on 28, and Anarchy on 24, Werribee Central's 20. Bannockburn 16, Winch 12, Giants 12, and Corio also on 12.
Can they make the 5, Werribee?
No. Wow. Jesus. No. Not a chance.
Okay.
Not a chance.
Just asking.
No, as I said, you can, again, have anything you like on that. But,
you're allowed to ask.
You can only ask. Well, as I said, while the season still ticks over, it's funny things have happened, I suppose, Grub, but there'd be a hell of a lot need to go right if they were going to make the finals.
I'm just being a smart ass.
I know that. Righto, Grub. How did you see it? And you might even start us off with some votes.
I'm not
today.
starting off with no votes. I might not even give votes today because it's so hard. If you blokes get a winner, I might stick with that. But I tell you what, it was a magnificent game of footy in these conditions. We got here this morning, the wind's blowing a gale to the forward pocket, and you think, oh, what a terrible game this is going to be. But it was a good game. And North Geelong set it up in the first quarter by kicking a couple of goals against that wind. And something East probably couldn't do until they kicked one in the last quarter. But they used the breeze a little bit better as well and got enough ahead. But the third quarter was the quarter. You know, East Geelong, they had plenty of chances. But I don't know. I can't understand. Maybe I just don't understand football or GDFL. But a couple of weeks ago, we saw a North Geelong side that put absolutely no pressure whatsoever on Bellpost Hill and got a belting. And you sort of go back and you think to yourself, I don't know if they're good enough if they're not going to be able to put that pressure on. But obviously with a coach as good as Riccardi, he's taken a fair bit out of that game. He hasn't worried about this bloke didn't play well or this bloke played. He's, as a whole, I reckon he's gone to him and said, the pressure we put on today was no good, and if you don't keep putting pressure on, you'll be playing in the twos. That's what I reckon he said. Because their pressure today was as good as pressure that I've seen a side put on anyone. As I said in the call, Beardsall, how many times has Beardsall run out and down the ground and sets up attacks? He got caught 6 or 7 times. They were onto him. And that makes the opposition start to fumble. And East Geelong started to fumble, and there was a lot to do with North Geelong's pressure. So how do you work this game out? They got well beaten by Bellpost Hill. Bellpost Hill go up there and get beat by Werribee. It's just a great comp because you just never know what's going to happen. But look, I thoroughly enjoyed the game. North Geelong deserved their win. They were on top, undefeated for a long time, and people were calling them favourites. Over the last month, they've dropped away from favouritism. But a game like that, especially on a pretty big ground, you're going to have wind at St Albans. There's no doubt about that. So this game could be, and the pressure they can put on East, and I know they had a couple of injured players out both sides. I think it may be an indicator on what could happen at St Albans, and I think North Geelong, after that performance, can go back to being one of the favourites to win this year's flag.
They were pretty impressive, and I think probably Peter Riccardi, after that Bellpost Hill display, probably wouldn't have watched that video again. He might have addressed it briefly, but I reckon he would have gone back and showed him the game they played against Werribee and said, this is what we can do, this is what we're capable of. But again, I agree with you, Grub. I reckon the pressure, they would never put any pressure on Werribee the day they played them because they didn't have to, because they had the ball the whole time. Yeah. But today, that was exactly what you said, the best pressured effort from start to finish and all over the ground, not just in one end of the ground, all over the ground, which has enabled them to get up and obviously keep East Geelong, when they had the breeze, to a pretty low score and then been able to be effective into it. So you give credit where it's credit's due, and as I said, they've both sides have got some players to come back in, so there's a bit of firepower with the 2 or 3 that have got come back in, so it's pretty much of a muchness of what they've been able to put out there today, and it looks positive for them both actually going forward.
And Caleb Ezard as well. I mean, first game back since round 3. So the more games are getting to him, the better he'll get, and he'll continually get better, and then he'll be more of a presence down there.
Well, he's going to need to, because I thought he got himself in position probably 3 times. It would have been 3 goals, and he didn't quite hold to any of them. Once he gets that under his belt, he'll start holding them, and he'll be a big advantage for them.
Yeah, that's the thing. As I said, you can go out and do training, and it's always pretty easy. But once you've got that little bit of pressure around you, and as I said, you don't know who the third man up's going to be, then that becomes a real not a point of difference to him. He needs to make sure he's getting himself in. He did put himself in the right position, but I reckon today he's not grabbed them as not freely as he probably would have liked. So, as I said, we all know we come back with a little bit of rust to be worn off, and hopefully that will improve his game and also give options to East Geelong as they push forward. Righto, who wants to start us off?
I'll start us off and just go straight to him. 1 vote, Cooper Pask. 2 votes, Mitch Abib, and 3 votes, Zach Schwenson.
Zachy Swinnison, okay, yep. Righto. We could have a big thing here. We hope someone's taken notes here. I've given 1 vote to Tommy Swinnison. I reckon he racked up the number of possessions through the ground. He was good in his work, as I said, in defensive work as well as his attacking work. A few good smothers during the course of the day. I gave 2 votes to Jasper George through the defensive end of North Geelong. I know he did a lot of kicking in back there, but still, I just reckon his work all day as a key backman was Jasper George.
What number was he?
27.
Number 27. Oh. And I've given my 3 votes to Cooper Vaughan. I thought he started the game sensationally, and just his awareness and his presence around the contest today was exceptional. So I gave my 3 votes to Cooper Vaughan.
Wow, this is tough. I gave 1 vote to Cooper Vaughan. I thought he was very, very good all day. I know him and Pass took some of the ruck work, but his marking was just the marks that come over the top, the pressure. He marked everything, and I thought he was terrific. I gave 2 votes to Mitch Abib. I just thought he gave everything. When we talked about the tackling pressure, he just was in everything. He went everything at 100 mile an hour, something that he probably didn't do a couple of weeks ago. So I thought he was terrific. And unfortunately, I've got to agree with the great man. I thought Jasper George was fantastic. I had him votes probably halfway through the third quarter. He's just stopped everything. But his kicking was... He might have muffed one up down here, but I thought Jasper George... Very rarely do I give votes to a defender, but when you win games by stopping sides from kicking goals with the win, then the defenders come very important. So that's why I gave Jasper George 3 votes.
Well, he looks like he'll be the winner on 5 votes because Cooper Vaughan has got 4 and Mitch Abib also 4. And the Swinnisons in total have got 4 as well, but that was 2 players, not 1. So
earlier I could have given Desnoy a vote too.
Well, he was good. Actually, when you went through the list, you probably find a lot more of the North Geelong players. But as I said, there wasn't a really standout player for East.
I thought Monahan played well.
Monahan did a good job on Riccardi because he played mostly on him. Like even the Fazio brothers today.
They were good.
Yeah.
They were good.
Yeah, just little things that they do during the course of a game makes a hell of a difference. And, that performance, I think Peter Riccardi would be very, very happy. And, as I said, as we move forward, now I'll just go through some games for next week, which I know it's round 14, but there is some fair bit of relevance going forward from this point on. Thompson take on Anarchy at Thompson. You would think Thompson possibly win that game, but I know Anarchy have played okay out there before, and with the injuries that Thompson have and not knowing what's coming back, that could be also very interesting.
Ask Mitch, he reckons they're past the post.
Bannockburn take on Corio out at Bannockburn. You would think Bannockburn possibly there. Another game, and I know they're both down the list, but Winchelsea take on the Geelong West Giants. And that's out at Winchelsea. Winch were pretty good last week in their efforts over Corio.
West were good, beat Anarchy, didn't they?
Well, they did. They did beat Anarchy, that's right. Unfortunately, Michael Lima won't be fronting up next week. These are the 2 important games as well. North Geelong are at home to Inverleigh. And now Inverleigh only 4 points behind Bellpost Hill. And Bellpost Hill travel to the Belmont Lions. And if you're going to get the Belmont Lions, it's probably the best time to get them at this stage with their players still out. But that was 2 weeks ago. I'm not too sure how many of their group will come back in this next week.
So if Inverleigh can claim a win, you might have egg on your face.
Oh, well, there's a big possibility. That could be the case. But I still, it's a long way to go. It's still a long way to go. If I did my stuff at the back of my book here and worked out who'd win and who'd lose, I still think they'll just miss out.
Well, the big thing that could disrupt the theory is the fact that Werribee went up and beat Bellpost Hill at Bellpost Hill, which no one thought that could happen.
Well, that's possibly true
But
too.
I did say 2 weeks ago, you just never know these miracles can happen here and there that change the game. But I still think you're right. But at least it puts a bit of interest back in it.
Well, it does, because as I said, it was heading in the direction that was, as I said, I thought it was dusted 2 weeks back, the way I saw it, the way things were going. As I said, I've gone through and listed the wins and losses for the rest of the season. I sort of thought that they would miss out in the lead, but as I said, they've given themselves a chance, but they still need a couple of things to go right for them during the course. And as I said, they're two of the most important games. The game we are going to cover next weekend is going to be the Werribee Central side taking on East Geelong, and that will be also a very interesting contest, because after today and after the performance that Werribee put in, and we know that they can play better football at home, that could be very interesting. So I'm not too sure whether they've got too many out that can come back into their side.
They'll have a few coming in. They'll have a few coming in next week. East weren't too good. I think Werribee will win and win well.
Oh,
in front of 1,500 people.
1,500 people.
Past players.
Oh, it is past players. That's right. Yes,
That's why we're going there.
that's it. So
I
we
might
should
be missing after half time. We'll see what happens.
That's all right.
Are we doing a team for the Team Millennium?
Yeah.
Werribee? Yep, sweet.
So from all of us here this afternoon, and thanks again to Tyler, because he's had to work with some extreme difficulties here this afternoon, some equipment that wasn't working, but he's got us through the day. And to Grub and to Arch, thank you very much. And what's the young cameraman's name out there? Who? Liam. Thank you to Liam out there. Did a magnificent job. Grub, you better go through the
Get on your
sponsors before we pass it over.
Thank you very, very much to Buckley's, the place to be. Elders Insurance, they'll never let you down. P&R Foods, go and see the rat, he'll fix you up. And, of course, go and see Martin Carter for a quid at Morris Finance. The big men fly for the Routley's Pie. The Player of the Day, Victory Trophies, read the play. Kempy Engineering. We had a couple of good ones today, so thanks Kempy Engineering for getting on board with Read the Play. If you're in the Botham Hotel, if you're in the city, get out to the west and go to the yards for a coldie. Victory's Trophies, Athlete's Foot, you can't beat it. Promotees Trophies, and Connectel. Yeah, that's right, Connectel for the goal of the day. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, and from all of us here, until next week, you've been listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football. Thanks, guys. Good on you, mate.